Well, recently I did a video on some pretty relevant drama at the moment having to do with one of the most long-time hated YouTube scum-sucking bottom feeder content creators named SSniperWolf. Old name, I believe, was Sexy Sniper, I believe, was her OG name. Really awful woman. She has been the bottom feeder of YouTube content using her sort of e-girl aesthetic in order to get views of horny young men for the most part. And sadly, a surprising amount of young girls watch her as well, due to her massive success, which has been done through some of the most dishonest and unlikable methods possible. She's basically become a girl boss, to the extent that YouTube acknowledges her as one of the successful, powerful female creators on the platform. Well, right now, she is under fire for, well, doxing Jack Saint. Or not Jack Saint, sorry, Jacksfilms. You know, the names with YouTubers, they just roll off the tongue, and sometimes the wrong name rolls off. Jacksfilms, popular YouTuber, OG YouTuber, been on the site for well over 10 years now. Very large and talented YouTuber. I love the guy. He's been a great content creator I've watched for a very long time. He's been doing a parody channel making fun of the fact that, as of late, SSniperWolf's go-to content method is just straight up content theft. Just watching random TikToks and video clips and reacting in the most minimal ways possible, adding absolutely nothing to it, making it worth, you know, her doing a reaction other than the very clear engagement farming that her content is. Now, she has since threatened Jacksfilms with multiple things such as legal action, but here's the thing. Some new stuff has boiled over, and as of a couple weeks ago, this story hit the headlines, but it's now become really relevant because of the Jacksfilms stuff. YouTuber SSniperWolf is allegedly being sued by husband, former collaborator, 1 year after their breakup. That's right. This guy. Here's a picture of them together. Oh, this is a good picture. I like this picture a lot. This guy is suing her 1 year after their relationship. I have no idea why. So let's find out. Drama bomb! One of the most viewed creators on YouTube is being sued by her husband and former collaborator, and his lawsuit filing may have confirmed widespread suspicions that she fakes all of her content. For those that don't know, it's been long confirmed that back when she did gaming content, all of her gaming footage was faked. She would pretend like she was playing a game because, you know, hot girl playing video games automatically attracts gamer dudes. And she had a pretty high ranking in Overwatch, too, which was public. So she kind of used that as verification that she was a real gamer. Thing is, though, she got caught multiple times not hitting the right buttons when showing her controller on streams. Turned out that multiple message leaks showed that her ex, as we now know, was the one recording the gameplay, and she was just pretending to play it. And he was also the one, or no, I think she was hiring a pro Overwatch player to boost her account, and that person leaked all of the financial transactions and everything. So she's been outed as faking that kind of stuff for a while. SSniperWolf, whose legal name is Aaliyah Shalish, has over 34 million subscribers since she joined the platform in 2013. Her bread and butter is reaction content, wherein she watches other viral videos and TikToks and reacts to them in real time on camera. Reaction videos have caused a rift within the creator community recently over whether she should be classified as stolen content. Whether they should be classified over stolen content. Shalish is at the forefront of this debate since she runs one of the biggest reaction channels on YouTube. In July, YouTuber Jack Douglas, professionally known as Jacksfilms, posted an 11-minute video accusing Shalish of freebooting. Freebooting is a form of piracy where someone re-uploads a video they didn't make and don't have the rights to. Douglas alleged that Shalish or someone on Shalish's team made a majority of her estimated 16 million net worth by downloading viral TikToks and editing them into her videos without giving proper credit. Therefore, she's getting all this revenue, but the original creators aren't. Her commentary isn't so much transformative as it is just summarizing what we're watching, Douglas says in his video. It's not even content, it's non-tent. This is basically summarizing what we already know, but I want to get into the juicy stuff, so let's read a little bit further down. For the record, alleged is carrying a lot of weight here, considering that I have 2 documents that are the literal court filings, so there's no alleged lawsuit, there just is a lawsuit. I have the court filings, and I'm ready to show them to you guys in a minute. Anyway, Shalisha's husband, another content creator named Evan Young, professionally known as Sausage, claims in the lawsuit that he was her collaborator when it came to making content for the popular channel. While the two are still legally married, the lawsuit says they officially broke up for good in September 2022. SniperWolf also confirmed the breakup in an X post in July. According to court documents, SniperWolf is facing 7 counts: breach of fiduciary duty, breach of contract, breach of implied covenant of good faith fair dealing, tortious interference with contractual relations, and business expectancy, conversion, accounting, and appointment of receiver. That's just a lot of contract breach, basically. In the lawsuit, Young claimed that he had been curating and scripting SniperWolf's content for years. He referred to SniperWolf's channel as a joint venture and claimed that they created the YouTube account. They used a combination of personal information between the two of them. While SniperWolf was the face of the SniperWolf YouTube channel, Young is and was at all times heavily involved in the creative content and operations. Young court documents read, including but not limited to concept, origination and development, script writing, directing, video editing, posting, finished videos of the channel, and market research and analysis, among other things. A couple of YouTubers have recapped the lawsuit, including creator Atozi, who posts talk show-style videos about internet culture events. So, essentially, he has just spilled the sausage. He has revealed that this entire time, he has been the mastermind behind her content, and she has been nothing but the pretty face. At the time, SniperWolf's old YouTube channel called Sexy Sniper, she denies the existence of this channel, by the way, to this day. She's a compulsive liar. Was dedicated to videos of her playing video games, except some viewers thought she was faking it. Quote, "It was a big deal back then in the heyday of Call of Duty, because a large contributor to her early rise was, 'Oh, woman played a video game really well, very nice, subscribe,'" Atozi explains, and to pretty much no one's surprise, she denied it. According to recent lawsuits, Young is alleging that the gameplay footage was played and recorded by Young, while SniperWolf merely read and reacted to the gameplay. With how involved Young says he was with building and sustaining the SniperWolf brand, what he is fighting for with this lawsuit is the money. He claimed he and SniperWolf entered an agreement in 2013 to evenly split revenue from their channels and continued to do so until September 2022 when they broke up. I can't read right now. My eyes are kind of unfocusing. Oh yeah, apparently I'm Alex found old videos of her soliciting minors for sexual acts. I saw this earlier. For the record, I hate I'm Alex. I genuinely hate this YouTuber. He goes by Alex Elmsley now. I genuinely hate this guy. I'm pretty sure he was a big player behind the false allegations against Slazo back in the day. Who remembers Slazo and the false pedo allegations he faced? And the false, sexual assault allegations he faced, where the accuser was groomed by YouTubers into making the allegations. I'm pretty sure this guy was one of those people. So, fuck this YouTuber. From my knowledge of that entire situation, he wasn't a big contributor, but yeah, it wasn't great. Yeah, if he was a part of that, still, fuck him. But regardless, apparently he's apologized, but still, that still rubs me the wrong way. I don't like this guy. I just principally do not like this guy. Regardless, apparently he did a video about even more drama that's rise to the surface, involving her soliciting minors on Omegle. Let's watch.
Come on, let's go. Let's go. Get your mom in here. Let her talk too. Yeah, your son's doing all this for tits.
God, some women really think they're just immune to the social expectations of how adults should behave around children, huh? Like, I'm not in favor of like the insane conservative like moralizing around children, but there is a certain level of, you know, preserving a child's innocence, I think is, you know, a valuable idea. And I feel a lot of women in particular just feel immune to that. Like, for example, like I have seen grown women give like 6-year-old, like stranger grown women give like a 6-year-old boy a kiss on the cheek for being nice or something. And it's like, dog, if a guy did that, like, that's so weird. Is it not weird? Is it not weird if we flip the genders? Is it not weird? Come on. Like, is there any reason why we, like, realistic reason why we don't see it as weird when women do it? I feel like women feel as though they're kind of immune to the expectation that adults should not be weird in that way around kids.
I have found a video today of SSSniperWolf committing what I can only call as crimes, soliciting sexual stuff off of teenagers in a YouTube video that was uploaded
That's a haircut.
nearly a decade ago that is sat on the platform with over 2 million views and is monetized. This video is horrifying. It's one of the worst things I've ever watched. I'm going to try and heavily blur as much of the stuff out as possible, but the video is on YouTube. I would suggest not going to watch it because frankly, it endangers the people who are in it, and it's just horribly horrific and wrong. It's disgusting.
Why's your shirt rolled up like that? What are you doing?
Oh, this is like that 2012, 2013 era of Omegle content. I love doing Omegle trolling stuff. It's fun, but you have to understand, back in the day, the content creators that did this stuff were being really over the, like, they were doing shit on there that would not fly today. If you want to see some shit that'll change your perspective on a YouTuber, go back to their like 2011, 2012, 2013 Omegle content, and you'll hear them say and do some weird shit. There was a much lower bar back then. There was much less accountability for obvious red flags.
You think that's cute? You think that's attractive? Why is your shirt like that? Are you wearing PJ pants?
You could click away.
You're making a fool out of yourself.
No,
She could click away.
SSSniperWolf, if anybody's making a fool out of themselves in this video, it is you. The fact that you thought that this was a good idea under the pretense of it being Omegle trolling, and when you upload
She could click away, she could edit it out, numerous things.
the unedited footage to YouTube is insanity. And I can't believe that you've managed to build a career where you've now been found to harass other content creators by doxing Jacksfilms, turning up to his house, ordering ice cream to his house to try and goad him outside so you could harass him in person. You go back and you see this? You know, children? You know, the stuff with Jacksfilms crossed a line.
I know it's in California, but like, God, I hope Jacksfilms Second Amendments himself the fuck up and just protects himself if necessary. Like, I like, this lady is clearly not mentally stable. I wouldn't put it past her to try to break into someone's house and like film it for a video and think that she's like immune to the consequences of those actions. She genuinely seems that unhinged. She's already gone to his house and posted a picture of it on Instagram Reels. How far off is that really from breaking in on video, thinking that she's immune to the consequences of that? Not too far off. Yeah, his dogs would eat her alive. His 3 little yappy dogs.
That was insane, but this being publicly uploaded to your YouTube channel shows kind of the insanity behind the mental case that you are.
I'll type it.
She asked for them to twerk. This is, whenever it says you, because she's recording and it's her video, that's SSSniperWolf. SSSniperWolf is you.
Come
On
on.
these text messages. Oh yeah, I remember these in my recommend. Oh my god. Holy f I just had a Jimmy Neutron brain blast. I unlocked ancient memories that have been fogged over by the fog of time. I remember scrolling through Minecraft videos back in the day in like 2011, 2012. She would make videos that were like going on Omegle and telling people I'll show tits. Like something along those lines in the title. It was back in the prime era of YouTube horny baiting in thumbnails. Back when like there were just literally tits in every thumbnail. There were just like either ass or cleavage in every single thumbnail that like clickbait videos would do because there was no standards or guidelines back then.
In this clip, we have two clearly teenagers. I've blurred their faces for the sake of this video, but it is quite obvious if you watch the original that these people are no older than like 14, 15. And that's at a push, by the way. They're clearly minors. SSniperWolf comments into the chat, twerk for me, and then she says, I will show my private parts. And then the kids, right, are like, oh yeah, this is a great idea. Little do they know that, you know, they're being filmed. Little do they know about the safety of being on with a stranger. They've just matched with a stranger who is clearly an adult woman who is offering to do this for them. Not thinking about all of the dangers that this could actually have, like what she's encouraging them to do. Like the consequences to this could be life ending. Horrible. I mean, you are manipulating minors to commit sexual acts in return for something. This is a crime. And just because it's protected under trolling, Omegle trolling or irony, no way, Jose. I don't think I would hold up in a court.
Sadly, the standard is much higher to meet when it comes to women, generally, because there needs to be will to pursue this. And not only that, but this was over a decade ago, almost. So, like, pretty much over a decade ago. I don't know how much legal power there is here. Like, I'm pretty certain that no legal action could really be taken. Those kids are all in their 20s now. But yeah, I don't think that there's any action that can be taken, sadly, on a legal... Like, there should be. There should be, but I don't think there can be. The phrase is Zoomers know how shit she is, and us Zoomers have seen her doing this for years is honestly horrifying. Yeah, it really is sad that there's a really broad generational gap between the people in charge at YouTube and the entire culture on the website, to the point where we have been aware of big problems like this for a while, but it's literally a cultural thing to know who Onision is. But the people in charge at YouTube don't, because the generational gap. It's tantamount to the Catholic priests knew exactly what they were doing. No, Zan, don't phrase it as anything other than what it is. Yeah, no, it's the same thing. Like, they genuinely are disconnected, and it is a very much like the Catholic Church situation with a lot of these content creators who have been known about as, like, threats to people for years. There is no generational gap. It's exactly the same thing that has perpetuated society for centuries. Yeah, but it's more so in the sense of YouTube's management. That, like, they definitely know, but there's not as much knowledge behind the scenes as I think a lot of people assume. More recently, I've gotten more insights to how YouTube runs on the inside, and there's just a lot of naivety. Like, there's just genuinely a lot of naivety about the state of YouTube and the culture and the state of the platform and the nature of the content creators' content. They're not actually sitting there watching popular YouTubers' videos all day and learning what the state of the culture is and what's going on here. They literally don't know. They just know backend. They just know code. They just know whatever their job is what they know. There's not a lot of coordination, and there's higher-ups that make big decisions. It's very disjointed.
Of law, and there is no two ways of slicing this.
Yeah, let's go. Come on. No, come on. Let's do it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's fucking awesome. Yeah. Let's get the little guy, too. I wanted to see the little guy.
That's awesome, she says.
Right, I think that's where we're going to cut it off. Yeah, I feel dirty, and I also need a shower as well, Mari Spare. I think that's where I'm going to cut it off, because I feel violated by that last bit. You know that, like, you know that thing that Hank Hill does where he goes, whoa! And he, like that spine tingle thing he does? I had one of those when I heard her say the little guy. I got one of those, like, things where, like, you can't control it, but your spine, you just feel goosebumps go up your spine, and it's, like, one of those things. Yeah, I had a real Hank Hill, whoa, moment. Ugh. Yeah, so, didn't think it was possible, but the Sniper Wolf situation's getting even worse. She really, really is due for an Illuminati-style, like, downfall. We really need it. We really, really need it. It's been a long time coming. I think YouTube needs to step in and take executive action.